that okay?
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, guys.
This is the end. You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief... But a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about the future. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength, yet my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Musou Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, this power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand. When I clasped Musou Ishin in my hands, it was at once a familiar feeling. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, you truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change, but as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in— Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with— It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished? Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon.
Makoto?
I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Musou Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well... you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me, but everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness.
Did you know what was about to happen in Conria?
I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon... In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion. And I don't... but I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure—
Don't look down on me.
It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Here, take it. But it is you who must take the
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom, she who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh?
Is it really?
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now, the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
Goodbye, Makoto.
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Ah, so that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely
I don't fully understand yet.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness.
No. But I understand why now.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly.
Ugh. Now
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for, and obviously I played It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search, simply establishing a location. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me. My first thought was, as a great disaster. But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks.
A, how are you feeling?
My body has fully recovered, and the
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. After all,
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant. She even factored my immaturity. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to...
Thank you.
Today at Makoto and you.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from...
Oh, come on.
Makoto said the...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to maybe? Actually, no. Forget that.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I, after that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really?
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no... I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazu. I'm looking...